up, guys? Welcome to this episode of the Randi Rossario Show. Of course, we are taking over Atlanta, and I could not be here without hitting up the Bam, baby. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Girl.
And you are so much more beautiful in person.
Same for you.
Thank
I
you.
love the wing. I love the hair.
You,
I love the look. It's giving rock star.
And you're a tall girl.
Yes.
You had me when you walked in here. I was like, yes.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay, yes, I'm 5'10". So yeah, we didn't. Did you hoop?
I did.
For how long?
I played 1 year in college. Well, it was like a half a year, and I broke my hand.
Okay.
So.
Oh, so you did play basketball in college?
I did.
Because you did go to college.
I did.
We starting off strong, baby.
We're starting off real strong.
Let's do it.
Straight to it.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Because listen, I watched this show at this point now because of you and Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh. The D, another
Yes.
Detroit girl.
Exactly.
Yes.
Shout out to Amy. She would be here, but she's not because she's performing at South by Southwest. So proud of her. Hey, sis.
Hey, girl.
It's so much to unpack.
I know.
Co-parenting,
Yes.
mother-in-laws, not mother-in-laws, House of Shimmer, the book. We got so much. Housewives, basketball, all that good stuff. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Number one, I would like to commend you, woman to woman, for your energy and your strength.
Thank you.
Because I can only imagine how heavy it is genuinely to have to deal with your co-parenting situation publicly.
Yeah.
To go through the whole transition publicly.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we don't have to worry about, or we don't get to see the breakup and trying to put the pieces back together so y'all can co-parent together.
Absolutely.
And we don't talk about how hard it is to co-parent with somebody that broke your heart.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm glad you said that because so many people expect women to heal like Wolverine, right? They want you to heal completely. They want you to be okay with being in the presence of the person who broke your heart.
Yeah.
And also just, go on with your life like nothing has ever happened. And I really disagree with that because for a while, I didn't want to necessarily co-parent.
Yeah.
I was okay with parallel parenting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yes.
I don't really have to be in the same space with you. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to do any of those things. And it's not that I got any smoke with you. I just don't really mess with you.
And I just don't want to.
And I just don't want to.
Come on, I love a college educated woman. She said parallel parenting.
You
Y'all not hip to the differences of parenting styles.
No, period. But it's like they force this co-parenting. And I'm like, whatever works for you works for you. But you really have to allow people to be in the space that is comfortable for them after such a traumatic experience.
That's why I think we all need to go talk to the lady after breakups.
We do real bad. We all do. And I'm proud of myself because I really started like my healing journey while I was married. So I started like doing the therapy, like really self-reflecting. And that's a big thing. Like in a marriage, once you start like healing and reflecting on yourself and getting yourself together, you become a different person. And if your partner is not in alignment with the journey you're on, it can get really rocky and it may not work out. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful.
I agree with you on that. And I think that's why a lot of times a lot of marriages end because people just grow in different ways.
Absolutely.
What I will say about your situation that, my point of view from the outside in, I think what you're doing is phenomenal. And I think that the way you're handling is phenomenal. I saw a couple days ago that you guys were able to co-parent at the park together.
Yeah.
And I think and you guys have little kids.
Absolutely. And for me, I'm in a space right now where I'm like, I'm so happy. Like I'm really, really happy. So nothing that he's said or done or tried to do publicly even matters to me at this point. Like he must have had an epiphany and he's like, hey, like I really want to start being on the same page. And it was not even a matter of me saying, well, you need to apologize or I don't need an apology. I don't need any acknowledgement of the shenanigans and all the stuff that he's done. If I'm available and I feel like being in a space where hey, let's take the kids to the park today, I'll do it. If I don't want to, then I won't.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really affect me because I don't really have no smoke for him.
That's real, because I would have all the smoke.
I don't have any.
That is so mature and that's so grown. They say that a woman's heart leaves a situation long before her feet, and it seems like that kind of.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that is a fact.
But I will say, from that, once again, outside looking in, it did seem like he did a lot of growth and growing with you.
I agree. I think he did. I think he really made some very positive changes while we were married. Like, he completely turned into a new person. He became a lot more responsible, and he was growing.
Even the way he was articulating himself to his mother.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I told you earlier, I didn't start watching it until recently.
Yeah.
But I saw something last season or a few months back, basically when he was standing up for himself, like, yo, I experienced being in a prostitute house and being around drugs and things like that. Yeah. And the way you stood behind him during that conversation, from what I remember, or the way you stood with him, was like a wife having her husband's back.
Well, for him, he took it a different way, and he took it as everyone in this room is emotional right now, and you're just standing there like a rock, or I don't know, like it wasn't what he wanted.
What type of emotion did he want you to have?
I'm not sure, but
because honestly, if everyone in the room is emotional, someone has to be logical. So let me stand here and be logical.
And that's where I normally stand, and that just wasn't what he wanted in that moment, apparently. And I respect it because we all want what we want, but I was just really trying to be like strong for him, and of course it hurt me to hear him do that publicly, because I've heard all these things privately, and it's not like, he hasn't expressed all of these things before. He's expressed them on numerous occasions, but that time it was public, and I was just trying to stand with him and beside him. And
to me, that's what it looked like. And that's crazy that you say that, because just to let y'all know, we did not have a conversation about this beforehand. I'm literally trying to give you your flowers as a wife. Like, way to show up for your man. I saw the growth within him when you guys were together. Yeah. That to me is really dope. To spin the conversation, have you ever done music?
I did.
I thought so.
That was like what I started off doing.
I thought so. Okay, same here.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to be a rapper. Okay. And then I was in a pop rock band.
Okay, I can see it. But yeah, when I moved here to Atlanta, I was like, that was my thing. And I had this movement. It was like the lipstick gang. So I had all these girls who
there you go. Out. Yeah. Okay.
So we had our little pink bandanas, and the pink bandanas were it was us like representing like breast cancer awareness. So everywhere we went, like it was just pink bandanas like all the time. But I really had established myself here in this city as an artist, and was doing a lot of things. I had songs on radio and everything. And that was kind of like my transition into Basketball Wives.
Okay.
Oddly, you know, because they were casting, and of course my best friend was on the show. And so they had went through like all
and that's
these
Malaysia,
people.
Right?
Yeah, Malaysia.
Okay. Are you guys still friends?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we grew up together. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were like going through all these different people. You know how the casting process works. So when they got to me, I guess it was interesting to them that I was an artist. Like I did music. And Basketball Wives really highlighted me as an artist more than, well, recently Love and Hip Hop, they've been like tapping back into the music stuff. Yeah. But then it was crazy because they were showing me like performing at the shows and like in the studio and all this kind of stuff. So but once I made that transition to Love and Hip Hop, life just really started lifing, and the music just dwindled. Like
that's how it goes, though. I feel like a lot of times when we end up, married and having kids and focusing on the making the money aspect of our careers, like the fun stuff has to go away. I had a radio interview earlier with L'Oreal, and that's actually how I met L'Oreal. 11, 12 years ago. She was a rapper when she was doing music.
Oh, wow.
And I interviewed her for my radio show back then. So it was like, that's a full circle moment. That was pretty dope. Yeah. So now I got to ask you this question. Sure. Have you heard Erica's new song?
I have not.
Yeah, she has a new song out. Did you hear that?
I saw because I'm like I was scrolling through like the shade room and I saw that they had posted she did a song, but
I was gonna ask you what you thought of it.
I don't know. I mean, it was only like a couple seconds that I heard.
Yeah,
there,
so. It was the production seemed like it was cool, and she seemed like she was having a good time with it.
Well, that's all that matters. You know, have fun.
Period.
That's it.
I love that, and I love you, and you mean it. Like y'all not sitting here with it. Like this is really like a legit smile and good energy in her eyes. Ain't no beef.
I don't hate on nobody doing nothing.
I do want to ask you about that though, because the girls are mad.
They are so mad.
I'm the girls. I'm mad.
Why?
Because I feel like you don't play in people's faces. And I feel like for so long it was, oh, she's a bad person, or I don't like her, or don't worry about her. It's always the bitch we ain't gotta worry about, right? It's always that person. So I feel like now that they're back active around each other and whatever, how does that feel?
It doesn't even really make me feel away because I know what the motive is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have to create a entourage, like a whole entire squad based on your dislike for me or hate for me, then you already lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
And so that's what they did. And if you notice, this man has like the mama, the baby mama, everybody in the family, aunties, cousins, everybody, and they're on internet attacking. They're just like a gang. Yeah. But on my end, I really love my family. So they love me. You know, I have a mom. She has a mouth. She got hands. I got brothers. They all over 6'3". They got hands.
Come on, talk about it.
They from Compton.
Because if the girl is 5'11", you know the boy is taller.
They all 6'3". It's 5 of them. I got cousins. Like, but the fact that they respect me to the point where you have not seen one of my family members on the internet saying anything.
No, have not.
They will not do it. You ain't seen not one of my brothers pull up and go crazy.
And sometimes we want to see it.
Right. But they respect me enough to understand when I say pipe down, pipe down. Yeah. His family don't have no respect for him. Nobody around him has any respect for him.
He seems like a man that lacks control.
Absolutely.
A man that lacks control of his environment, his family, his team. Because usually when things go left within families, in my opinion, you look to the head. And if the man is the head and the leader of the family, usually it's something that's going on with him.
For sure.
He lacks control of the people in his life, in his circle. And it's almost like he wants to lack that control.
Yeah, I think that he, at this point, is probably just needing some sort of support.
I can see that.
He's not getting the proper support, if that makes any sense. You know, because when you're going through a situation like this, the last thing you need is people around you just kind of like egging,
throwing fuel on the fire.
Yeah. Yep. And I know a lot of people saw like Love and Hip Hop. They're like, oh, you got your friends in your business and this and this and that. Even though it's a show and things are heightened, I still held my position when it came to the people who wanted to confront him. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I feel like it's a difference between having your friends in your business, expressing things with your friend and venting to them, and like you said, like family trying to attack.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna hold you. A couple weeks ago, the episode where you showed Mama D the college the certificate degree, and she ripped it up.
Yeah. That was so triggering for me. Like
when you reached your hand back, I was like, "Do it, please do connect, connect,
everything in my body." I had to remember
to be unbothered.
I had to remember. I said, "Bitch, you just wrote a book about having emotional intelligence and piping down." So thank God.
Well, let me tell you the people that you're not necessarily buddy besties with, we're extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
How you're handling it.
You
have so much grace in your spirit.
It means so much to me for the people who actually get it. I'm not really a girl who try to like clear up a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go on the internet and address everything that somebody says, or I really don't care because I know the people that get it, they get it. Yeah. So yeah, I love it.
Let's talk co-parenting.
Sure.
And we don't, like you said, we don't know what's heightened for the TV and the support and all that. My husband came to our marriage with 2 children.
Okay.
So I have 2 bonus kids, love them to life. Yeah. I know you have, I don't even know, is she considered your bonus daughter? Do you consider her your bonus daughter? The
Well,
oldest daughter?
well, I did. I mean, you know, at this point, it's kind of
Okay, I
weird.
want to
So,
talk about that though,
yeah,
because
sure.
that I think that a lot of the times step parenting is a rewardless job.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that we pour into these kids and we love on these kids,
Hmm.
and it's like, is it ever genuine?
Yeah.
Like, it's that question of, is it ever genuine from them? And it's like,
You
oh,
know what? I think that's more so a reflection of the parents, right?
absolutely.
So for my children, I have these talks with them now.
Mm-hmm.
And it may sound a little delusional or crazy, but I tell them that at some point you're going to have another parent. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have your mommy, you have your daddy, you may have like a stepmommy in the future, and you have to be really
Or a
respectful.
stepdaddy, ow.
Well, yeah, that too. But I want my kids to be so respectful of their step parent, their
Mm-hmm.
future step parents, because I was blessed to be able to experience it and experience the highs and the lows of it. So now, for me, the person that I'm with right now, like, I appreciate the fact that we're kind of like long distance a little bit
Okay.
because I don't know if I'm comfortable enough yet to take my kids out of their element
Right.
in terms of having somebody else in our space.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I want that for him. He has a kid that's a little bit older,
Okay.
and but he's kind of like, he lives like a bachelor a little bit. So your house is spotless, it's everything. That's how I was before I had kids. I had white furniture, I had white things in my house. And then you have somebody else's kid come in
Yeah.
your house and they kind of gotta like walk on eggshells, and I don't want that for my kids.
Yeah. Go
And
ahead and get some black leather furniture so we can wipe it off.
right, you know what I'm saying? So I want them to be comfortable being able to run around, spill shit, go crazy,
Yeah.
do whatever they need to do right now, and just live a happy life. And you know, me and my guy, we can see each other on the weekends.
And
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
that's okay, especially because you
Mhm.
have younger children, right?
Yeah.
Like, how old are your babies?
2, 3, and 5. Yeah. They're little.
Jeez,
Yeah.
OPs. Dog got
Yep.
you 3 times.
Yeah,
Dang. Back to
back,
back. He sat you
Laker
down.
style.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dog sat you
Oh,
down.
but I didn't even sit down, no, sis. I was out there. I was hooping. I was working. I was doing my thing.
I
It was
love that.
no sit
I love
down
that. You
time.
still hoop?
Every now and then I'll get out there.
Period.
But my middle daughter, I want her to play basketball. She's so like just naturally athletic, so
Really?
I think she gonna be the one.
That's what's up. I
Yeah.
don't. I used to want that for my kids. I don't think either none of them are going to be the
See,
athletes.
don't you hate that?
I
Like, in
do.
my son, he's gonna be so tall, and he's not interested at all.
Yeah, our oldest son is like, he's already like 6 feet tall, and he's
Wow.
14, and he's like,
He's
where the
not
games
interested.
at? Like,
See?
oh, come on, bro, come on, let's go hoop.
Right.
Come on, you don't want to hoop?
They
Let's
don't
go
want to
hoop.
do it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your book though. You said
Sure.
you just wrote your book, Unbothered.
Yep.
What inspired that?
So, you know, going through this process, I had to really develop what I learned was like emotional intelligence. And that's just knowing when to respond,
Mm-hmm.
how to process things. And not only um for like social media, but it helps in like business
Mm-hmm.
and just regular all your relationships. So
Agreed.
now I literally process things before I respond. And I think one of the biggest things that kind of triggered this was in the beginning of the situation where it was this whole thing where I posted like this police report and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a moment where I was like, you know what? I have to do better in terms of my impulsiveness, because I
Mm-hmm.
was really responding and reacting based off of all the stress that I was under at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going through a divorce, and then I got all these people attacking me,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, I just kind of like exploded without processing.
Without thinking about it, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been talking to the lady.
Yeah, of course.
I can tell, girl.
Absolutely.
I can tell. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
I gotta talk to
I
the
can
lady
always tell who
because
been talking to the lady, because
because
the
I-
lady be. It's
the
like we
lady
all
be
got trickle down
ladying.
therapy, because we
Yeah.
all be like, oh, that was your lesson 2 weeks ago, girl. Me too. That's
No,
crazy.
seriously. And I want to be so just like open and free for my new guy. I love him. I do. Like, he is.
I love that.
Yes.
I love love that for you.
Yeah, and I you know, he tells me.
So what is it about him that you love?
Well, he's just like a real like alpha, like male. You know what I'm saying? Like strong,
dominant.
just very dominant. And he tells me about myself like a lot. He's like, hey, you know, this ain't that. You gotta relax.
When your birthday?
March 1st, Pisces.
Oh, Pisces.
Yeah.
When his birthday?
He's a Virgo.
No, isn't that's okay.
Is it?
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. We like that. We'll talk more about that off camera.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
May 18th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a really close Taurus friend. So yeah.
Pisces and Taurus, we're soulmates actually. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yes, you do great with Taurus friends.
Yeah,
you do great if you dated a Taurus. You would do great. You would do great with a Taurus part. But no, we gonna stick with this Virgo.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah, let's stick with this Virgo.
I love it.
That's what's up. I'm happy for you because I know how difficult it is to bounce back after that heartbreak for real. Like I know
for sure.
It's difficult sometimes picking those pieces up, and I couldn't imagine what it's like picking those pieces up publicly.
Yeah,
like for a show in front of everybody.
Absolutely, and I think the best part of it for me was that I truly took my time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I filed for divorce November. Well, what's this year?
2024.
24. So that was like 23. No,
22.
22. And then
not me telling you when you filed for divorce.
Right. So it's 22, and then the divorce was June. So that was like, you know, over like 6 months ago, the actual divorce. But you know, all that time leading up to then, I was just like by myself, working on myself, doing what I needed to do for myself, and you know, I feel like I'm good, like real good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on the spin the block situation? Do you believe in spinning the block, or do you believe in moving on?
I can't spin any blocks because, for one, every guy that I've been with has been like a real relationship. So I was engaged once before, and at that point it's like, okay, we were engaged, we didn't get married, like I'm not gonna go back. And then with him it's like we were married, we had kids, like what else could we do?
Yeah, what else is
like
there?
There's nothing else. And I just will not give the man the pleasure of spinning a block after I've given all of that. You know what I'm saying?
After embarrassment, or after trying to embarrass and drag, there is
never. And then I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
So
they have to come on.
They're going to see all of this stuff one day, and I don't care who it is. Like, you cannot let nobody play with you like that.
Do all of the kids get together at least?
Which kids?
Like all of his kids and all of your kids together?
When he takes them, you know, I'm sure they all get together. Okay. But that's like something that he has to
initiate.
Yeah, for sure. That's his
not
thing.
On you.
Nah, yeah.
That's real. Would it bother you if the kids were around him and another woman at all?
No, not at all. And I know that they've done that to try to taunt me, but it doesn't bother me at all. One, I know, if I don't know anything else, I know that he is very protective of his children. He will never let anything happen to them. And that is why I was so shocked at him allowing people to run with the narrative that I mistreated his daughter, because everybody know how hard he go behind his kids. So I'm their mother. I can never be replaced. I want them to have like an amazing woman in their life. Maybe even somebody I can call and be like, hey, can you make sure they do their homework? You know, I would love that for them, you know?
That's how me and my baby, I call her our baby mama because she's our baby mama.
Sure.
I co-parent mostly with her, like when it comes to the kids day to day, because we're both the moms.
Absolutely.
You know, and I just feel like I grew up in a 2-parent household. I believe in certain gender roles still.
Yeah.
Dumb baby, dumb mama. So that's how I feel.
Sorry. That part.
So I, you know, when they're at our home, then I'm talking to her usually, and it's like that. Me and her actually have a book together called Co-Parent Like a Boss.
I love that, and I'm gonna buy it.
Girl, I got you.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. It's basically giving the perspective of the new wife and the baby mama, and she gives the, you know, I give the information on, you know, not doing too much, how to create a safe space, and how I had to learn my place in certain areas, because you're not their mom. Yep. And you're not going to ever be their mom.
Absolutely.
But it took for me to have my baby in order for me to understand certain stuff.
Sure.
Like, of course you feel threatened with a new woman around your kids if you're not in a certain headspace yet.
Oh, absolutely.
you didn't have these kids to have other people around them. You had this kid for you and
Sure.
your mate. Like even the idea of having to mourn what you thought your life was going to be like.
Yep.
I had to really accept that and sit on that for a second when it came to even co-parenting with her, because it's like, girl, yeah, the energy gonna be off for a second. Y'all gonna have to talk about some things, have some uncomfortable conversations, and that's just gonna be that.
I love that.
It was awkward and weird at first, but that's my girl. I'm probably got 2 text messages missing
I
from her
love
now.
that so much. Like, it shows so much maturity on both ends. And, you know, I wish that would have been the situation, and maybe I could have been a lot more assertive and, you know, trying to create that, but I was really in like a uncomfortable space most of the time. So
I mean, it's difficult trying to create that with somebody that it appears to the public, at least it appears that they're attempting to make you jealous.
Yeah,
constantly.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like they're attempting to like poke at you constantly, and
then it does not work. You know why? Because my kids are so adorable, and I know
they really
people.
Are. They're so cute.
I'm like, I know people want to be around them. They want to. They want to
be around
them.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's okay. And I want them to be respectful to everybody. I want them to be a reflection of me. So hey, if you want to be around my babies for some clout, go ahead.
They wear a size 14.
They wear them sizes, honey. Go ahead.
I know that's right.
Period.
I love that. So let's get into, before we, get to wrapping up and whatnot, we talked about the book a little bit, but where can people actually purchase the book?
So the book is on my website. It's on houseofshimmer.com and it's also on Amazon.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's talk about House of Shimmer. Girl, the lips is so popping. What type of products do you guys have?
So I have hair extensions. That's like the main thing that I carry. It's also a hair salon. So it's basically a one-stop shop. Like, you can buy your hair there. You can get it installed. I have lash techs. I have brow makeup. Like, I have everything in the House of Shimmer. We also have like clothing items, but the clothing selection is very limited. So they're just like random pieces that I see and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Let's just put it in the store.
Okay, so it's like we can go there and get cute completely real quick.
Absolutely.
And then just go straight to the club.
We've done full makeovers there for people. Like, they'll come in and they just want like a whole new everything. So we do their hair, makeup, and give them a new fit.
That's what's up. How that feel?
I love it. I think I was like kind of made for that.
I would love to see you in that space when it came to a show. Like, I have a whole actually like a show written up about makeovers.
Nice.
I'm gonna show you it, or I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. I have my laptop here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
I would love to see you in a space like that, because I think that's an energy that, because you really are a girl's girl.
I am.
And the world
needs
to know
girls.
that.
Yeah.
The world needs to know that for real.
They think I'm such an evil biatch.
They do, and you're not.
Yes,
like, let's just paint this picture. When I reached out to Bambi so we can do this, when I say it was the most pleasant experience, it was all love, all great vibes. You put me in touch with who I need to be in touch with. It was good energy.
Yeah.
How are you not a girl's girl?
I don't know. I think it's because, when I'm on this show, I'm always so tense and uptight and waiting for the bullshit.
Yeah, because it's coming.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about anxiety?
Yeah.
You just said that, and it triggered the memory of the show when you had an anxiety attack on the show. That really hurt my heart.
Yeah, I think about it.
It's like I can. And I think the reason why I felt I identified with it.
Yeah.
So a couple days ago this week, you know this because I told you. A couple days ago, I just was not having a good day.
Yeah.
The anxiety was everywhere. The feelings were everywhere. I just was not having a good day at all. And usually we try to push through those moments. Oh, be good, be strong, be smooth. And I didn't have it in me to push through.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in me to push through. And I one of the moments that I did think back to was the fact that you literally are on TV and was having a moment of not being able to push through. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. And, I struggled with a lot of those moments, like going through this whole process. And I think it was because I have to constantly put on this, I don't know what to call it, but I have to be okay all the time. Like, I got the kids. Yeah. I have to work. I have to still function. I still have to like maintain the life that my kids are accustomed to, right? And I can't have a situation, going through a situation and then come home and be upset. Like, I've had to like really mask a lot of that stuff. And I think it just got to a point where I just had a breaking point. And I think sometimes I still like have those moments and I just have to kind of like reel it in and be like, okay, do whatever you need to do to, you know, be okay and keep it back moving. But I think, you know, it's a lot. It really is a lot. It's overwhelming. The way that people perceive everything that I'm going through, because if I say one thing, if I make one response to anything, it's like, oh, you're bitter, you're hurt, you're upset. But if I am any of those things, that's okay, right?
That's your human experience. Why do we try to demonize human feelings?
I don't get it.
Like, oh, you hurt, you triggered. I'm actually let me actually sit with that for a little while to ask myself, why am I hurt? What did trigger me in this conversation?
Right.
Thank you for actually noticing that, because it's not a bad thing to be hurt or triggered.
You have to really be like a shell.
Everyone talks about mental health and, you know, oh, this is the mental health movement, the mental health awakening 2024. But the moment that someone actually talks openly and says, hey, you know, my mental health isn't in a good space right now, or hey, I need help with this, and this, it's not received.
It's not at all.
And you're almost made fun of for it.
Yep.
I don't like it.
I hate it.
Fake ass world.
Even like right now today, like my page is like deactivated. Like sometimes I really have to just like disconnect, because, you know, you have to do that for your mental health.
Yeah, and I think especially on social media, the Wild Wild West, them people will literally, social media people will comment on your stuff and drag you to make you want to harm yourself. And then when you harm yourself, comment that they're praying for you. Fuck you.
That fucking part, period.
Like, fuck you, bro.
No, seriously.
Yep. Because you literally are doing everything possible to disrupt my peace. Yeah. Now you want to pray for my peace?
Yep. And they want to, it's like they want to see you when you're down, right? They are like, oh, it's okay, get up. But as soon as you are up and you're moving with some confidence, like, oh, bitch, didn't you just get a divorce?
Yeah, bro. Yo, how you so happy out here doing A, B, C, and D? Like, yeah, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. No, it's crazy. Real life, it's sad. Bambi, thank you so much.
Of course, thanks. This was good. I like this.
Thank you so much. We're gonna do this again.
I can't wait.
I'm excited. I gotta come down to House of Shimmer and get me a wig.
Oh, girl, I got you. Whatever you need.
I'm excited. So you guys check out the Unbothered book on houseofshimmer.com.
Yep.
If you're in Atlanta, come shop. Come get your hair done. Hit her up. You feel me? Not her directly, because she ain't doing your hair, but hit up her team. Her team gonna do your hair. Before we get out of here, is there anything you want to close on?
No, I just really appreciate the opportunity. I have a couple more books on Amazon. I got the hair extensions. I got everything. So,
amen. Yeah. Amen. We Tall Girl Crew is getting out of here.
Period.
But Randi Rossario show takes over Atlanta. You never know who we gonna have next. Bambi, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We will see you guys very soon. Think about it. Good day.